Hey everyone, Joe Borey from Single Play Retro Gaming. These are my retro game stands and handheld game stands, and these are my new factory versions of the retro and handheld game stands. Let's take a look. Alright, so these are samples right out of the factory. We have not done full manufacturing yet on these, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. So, first off, this is the handheld stand. Now this one is quite similar to the original 3D printed model. I can pull the games off of here. You will see it's a little bit thinner, and the reason for that is because the 3D printed version is hollow and is a little bit thicker just in order to give it kind of stability and support. This is not hollow, this is fully injection molded, and because of that it's stronger, and so I wanted to make it lighter or thinner in order to make it lighter weight for shipping, so that shipping costs don't increase just because we've gone to factory molding. So this one is just barely heavier than this guy here. Shouldn't really affect shipping charges at all. The retro game stand, very similar. Let me go ahead and pull these Genesis games off of here. Now it, again, I have made the retro game stand a little bit thinner because, again, it's not hollow. It is a nice strong, it's actually an ABS plastic. I know in the Kickstarter campaign I initially listed it as PLA. What we found during manufacturing is we're going to get a better quality product and less kind of errors if we go with the ABS. The ABS is working great, so we're going to stick with that. But again, you can see kind of the side-by-side here, a little bit thinner, and this one is again just barely heavier than the old version. Now, I did have some estimated weights originally in the Backer Kit Pledge Manager, and so if you filled out the Backer Kit Pledge Manager within the first week or so, then the shipping prices were based on those old weights. Well, when I got the weight of these guys, they were lighter. So particularly with international orders, you may find if you log back into Backer Kit that your shipping price may have actually gone down. That is just based on the fact that it's not going to cost me as much to ship these as originally estimated. So, you know, pass that savings on to you guys, right? Let's actually take a look at the cartridges on the stands here, and we'll talk about what's working, and I will go ahead and let you know up front. There's one thing that we are having fixed before we go into full manufacturing, and we'll get to that in a moment. So we're going to start with the handheld stands. So I'm going to go ahead and just put my games on here. We got my 3 Game Boy Advance Castlevanias, my Shining Force and Tactics Ogre. And they work great, they're nice and stable, they look amazing on the stand. These handheld stands, these things turned out absolutely fabulous. In fact, I would argue they turned out better, just a better product than the original 3D printed ones that I had put together before. The 3D printed ones still work great and all of that. This guy is just a bit cleaner, and particularly, let me pull these off and show you this. We have this flat clip. On the 3D printed ones, we have this, you can kind of see an angle, a V shape in that clip. There we go, the light got that. So that V shape was there to support Neo Geo Pocket Color, which I've come to find is just not a console very many people collect for. The problem with that V shape is that, one, it makes for a little bit weaker of a stand, but two, it makes Atari Lynx and Bandai WonderSwan games just not look as good on it, because you've got this little V in front of the chipboard itself. So going with this flat front, you're going to get better looking Atari Lynx, better looking WonderSwan. It is at the cost of not supporting Neo Geo Pocket Color. That said, if you are a Pocket Color collector and you want the old style stands, those are still available on my Etsy shop with the V. and so you can still get 3D printed versions of that. But I think most people are going to be happier with this flat front design that we've used here. Alright, so now let's take a look at the retro game stands. We'll go ahead and just put our games right here in the clips. Alright, so look great displayed on the retro game stand, and nice and stable again. But there is one issue on this stand that I want to get fixed before I send them out to you guys. Because one, I mean, I want to send you the best product possible. And two, because this is going to be kind of the new permanent design for retro game stands, I want to make sure that we get it right. And the issue actually comes into just the way that the cartridges feel when you pop them into the clips. You can see that the Genesis games stay pretty stable. The Nintendo games, not so much right now. And what it comes down to, let me actually try to show you on the camera what's going on here, because we've already got a fix, which is great. So you can see the clips here, and they've got this little clip on the inside, and if you look real close, it's actually kind of funneled on the inside there. And when 3D printing a stand, a 3D printer is a great, pretty accurate machine, but it's not an injection molded machine. It's not, you're not going to get down to the, you know, 1/10, 1/20th of a millimeter accuracy that you need in order to make these things feel right. And so when I received these stands, what I found is that they are just a little bit too tight compared to using the 3D printed version. I don't want to send you guys that. I want to make sure that it's just right before I send it out. So what we're actually doing is that we don't need to retool much, but there's little inserts that go inside of each one of these clips to kind of keep it at the right width. We're going to have those inserts retooled, and I mean, it's going to cost me a bit out of pocket. I'm okay with that. I want to send you guys a good product, even if I just have to pay a little bit more to make it happen. But I've been doing some experimenting, and I actually went in with a file here and cleaned up the inside of this one with the file to sort of widen it up. And after doing that, oh, Genesis carts fit so nicely in here. And so the Nintendo cartridges actually go a little bit lower into the bottom part of that funnel, and that one's going to be widened as well. I've got a chip from the inside of a Super Nintendo cartridge, and I know kind of the bevel that's going on the inside of this clip. So I can actually take this chip and I can feel different pressure points as I slide the chip in and find just that sweet spot where it feels real nice and like it's in there, embedded in there, but it isn't tight and being gripped and crushing your board. And so that's actually the width that we're having these clips changed to. Now, what does that mean for the campaign? It's only a 7-day turnaround time to get the tooling redone. So it's not really going to be a big delay for you guys, but it has the potential of pushing delivery into February instead of late January, where I was initially targeting. We'll definitely be keeping you guys updated based on how that works. Oh, you know what? While I'm on here, might as well show you this as well. So these are the single play one-up card cartridge cleaners. Everybody who pledged for the 4 stands or higher will get one of these as part of your pledge. If you didn't do the higher pledge, you can add one to your pledge manager as well. These things have been a staple in my game room for years. You put rubbing alcohol on one side, leave the other side dry, take your cartridge, scrub, 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 flip it over, scrub, 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 dry, dry, and your cartridge is now clean. Why pull out the cartridge and blow in it, which we all know doesn't work anyway, when you can just have this quick little thing to clean them out. It takes 10-15 seconds to get a cartridge nice and clean and ready to play again. So yeah, that's what we got here. We got the stands, we got the one-up cards. Once we've changed these clips, I'll be sending in numbers to have full injection molding manufacturing, and then it is about a 40-day turnaround time before they are sitting at my home ready to ship out to you guys. As soon as I get them, I will be dropping them in the mail. So, you know, a couple days after that, hopefully you guys will start seeing them pop in. If you have any questions, absolutely feel free to, you can message me on the Kickstarter or leave it in the comments. You can leave it in the comments of this video. You can message me on Twitter at Syncleplay, Instagram at SyncleplayGames. I'll answer anything you send my way. So, great. I thank you for the time, and I hope you have a great day.